He's also playing with a lot of confidence due to the doubles semifinal as well.
And one thing that's impressive about Lou is that he's willing to step back and get into the challenger level and play there frequently just to build up his sort of winning habits. 13 titles at that level, so he can play at this level. That's a good start for Lou, who takes his opening service game at Love. A little bit earlier today, Harrison was having a hit on the grandstand court, and it's Justin Gimelstob hitting with him. Obviously building his confidence.
I got to practice with Ryan yesterday for about an hour and a half. He's one of these young kids who is just an absolute sponge for knowledge. He soaks it up. His main coach, Scott McCain, isn't here this week, so he's looking for some hits, and we've really enjoyed spending time with him. He just wants to learn and get better. Marty Fish said he's the hardest young American he's ever seen. And that's as big of a compliment as
hardest
you could
working?
Have. Hardest working young American.
Here's a look at our Mercedes-Benz keys to the match, Justin.
It's all about the Lou service rhythm. Big variable there if he's serving well. Free points or reliability. Hard, flat ground strokes. That's where Lou needs to find his range. Harrison, the forehand-to-forehand pattern. That's where he has a distinct advantage. And also with the variety. And Lou is just on fire, winning the first 6 points. And this is the type of ball striking that Lou is capable of. If he's playing with confidence and moving his feet well, he does a nice job keeping his feet underneath him, and he changes direction of the ball very well.
So Love 30, second serve. That ball skidded at the last instant. You can see Ryan looking down. And he thought it was wide, so he's going to have a chase review, I believe. Yeah, here it is. Well, first one of the day, and a little slow developing, but there's what it looks like. So it is break points for Lou.
That's a huge weapon for Harrison. Excellent footwork on that inside-out forehand. He's recently gotten some tips from Jim Courier, one of the greatest inside-out forehands of all time, on that shot about getting in position, working with your feet, but still working to get up to the ball and take it early.
Well, he needed that one. Came up with it.
Lou made a tactical mistake there on that approach. He should have made Harrison hit a backhand on the run. Instead, he played behind him and left too much open court. And this is a gimme for Ryan Harrison as well as he hits that forehand. The key to Ryan Harrison's forehand, racket head acceleration. He brings that ball up and down so quickly. It should push Lou deeper in the court. Lou really likes to stand on that baseline. That's his go-to serve right there. One of the best kick serves in the game. And off that same toss, he could go fake kick tee. So it's very tough to defend with a Ryan Harrison serve on the ad side.
And you've talked a lot about variety as we opened up. And how Harrison has the variety off the ground. Looks like he's got it on the serve, too.
Yeah, we worked on targets pre-match, being able to hit all the spots off the same toss, also using the body serve against someone like Lou who stands in very close.
Boy, that's an important game early in the match. Now look now at who has the edge in this quarterfinal.
Well, Ryan Harrison, because of the forehand, he has the biggest weapon on the court and definitely at the net more comfortable. Holding serve, he has a bigger weapon there. Breaking serve, Lou, excellent return and foot speed. Intangibles, Harrison, because he has the variety, the slice backhand, he can mix in some serve and volley.
That time Lou went into the backhand.
And Lou gets the ball on you quickly, gets up to it quickly, which takes time away from his opponents. There's two ways to take time away. You could take it earlier or hit it harder. Lou does both.
And how would you rate Lou's serve in comparison to Harrison's serve?
Harrison's is significantly better. Lou really needs to hit his targets because he does not have the high MPHs. He has a very high ball toss. He loses rhythm on his serve very often, especially in windy conditions, which aren't a factor here today. And this is where we worked playing Lou. The second serve is more of a sliding serve, not as much kicking. Look for Harrison to try and dictate with the forehand off the second serve return against Lou. Good hustle from the young American. He didn't do enough. Didn't commit to that second serve return. He left it short. And any ball that you leave short against Lou is a clear invitation for him to attack.
Yeah, you can see that Harrison's pretty deep in the court. I can remember on a similar run like that, he hit a brilliant forehand passing shot at Wimbledon against David Ferrer. One of the highlights of the tournament for me anyways. That was a great moment.
And that was a big five-setter. That was another step in his maturation.
Some good solid play so far from Lou. He's got the edge early at 2-1. And I'm not going to say. How are you, bro? Good to see you, man. Thanks for the